Let's take a look at a way to form a loop in the standing part of the line. We're going to be looking here at the butterfly knot. And there are two ways to tie the butterfly. I can start, one technique is to start with a round turn on my hand. I can take the turn closest to me, pass it over between the other two turns, now take the turn that is now closest to me, pass it over both, and then back through the middle. Pulling on both ends, I can set the knot, and we now have a butterfly knot. Some people like to use this as a loop in the standing part, and it is nice because it's multi-directional. I can pull on it both ways. You can see it's very symmetrical. However, I do need to be careful. If I put too much tension on the line, it could bind up hard, and it would be hard for me to break the knot. Since I haven't over-tensioned this, though, it is fairly easy to break by breaking these two bars, and then you can see that it easily comes undone. Now, another way to form the butterfly knot is to start with a bight of rope in the standing part, and then I'm going to turn that bight 180, 360 degrees. Now I have two loops. I'll take the bight, pass it over the back, and then through the middle loop. And again, I can dress the knot and set it, and again I've tied the butterfly knot. So there is sometimes more than one way to skin a cat, and here we've seen how two ways to tie the butterfly knot.
Here's a real handy technique that utilizes the butterfly knot. Let's say that we have removed all the limbs in the top from a tree and we're on the final stem ready for descent. I've taken my climbing line, making sure that both ends are touching the ground. Then I've taken a standing part around the tree. I've clipped a carabiner into the butterfly knot and then onto the standing part. It acts much like a running bowline would without having to pull a long tail through the bowline in order to get it to reach the ground. This end must reach the ground, both parts. Now we want to make sure that the spine is against the tree. We don't want to be bending the carabiner. So on a smaller stem, a quick link, a steel quick link, might be a better choice here for a connecting link. I've got Blake's hitch on the climbing line here, and I've also got a friction device. Now I'll be able to descend from the tree on this part of the line, and then once I reach the ground and I take my climbing hitch off and my figure eight, I can pull this end of the line in order to retrieve my climbing line. Great technique.